Okay, hello everybody out there in the digital world. This is Nolan Smith with Ocean Vale Mortgage and Finance, and welcome back to episode 2 of On the Way with Ocean Vale Mortgages, a podcast for realtors to get better, get smarter, close more deals, make more sales, keep this market running, and in general, just make our realtor and professional community smarter. Let's do it together. So I am today going to be talking about a very, very underrated and unknown product. It's known by a few, but maybe a lot. But just for those that don't know what this is, this could change everything for you as a real estate agent. So this can be actually career changing. So I guess I'm going to start with a question. Realtors, are you right now on your way to the worst listing you've ever seen in your life? Are you on your way to pretty much a barn, and you know it's a barn, and you're dreading walking through this thing, trying to make light and of these just insanely terrible features of this house, and try to find the good and the bad? Are your buyers, walking into an absolute nightmare? What if I were to tell you that I can change that whole experience right now before you get there? What if I were to tell you that there's something out there that can absolutely shift your showing that you're about to do? This could take it from I can't believe you took me here to where do I sign? I'm not saying, I'm just saying it could. There is a product called the Purchase Plus Improvement. This is a mortgage and financing product that can absolutely revolutionize and change the dwelling that you are looking at with your clients, okay? In a nutshell, a Purchase Plus Improvement mortgage, it works in a renovation budget into the financing of someone's home, okay? So let's say you're walking your client through a house made in 1891, and the floors are shabby and kicked up. The windows are single pane. The paint looks like somebody puked green pea soup all over them. There's no deck. The bathrooms look like the Grizzly Club. Do you remember that place in Nanaimo? For all those old schools, the Grizzly. Remember those bathrooms? Atrocious. Here's the thing. You don't have to say you have to keep these gross bathrooms. You don't have to say you need to absolutely have all this puke on your wall at all times. You can say it can all change, baby. It can all change like a wizard's snap of a wand. Wizards don't snap wands, but they do wave them. But if a wizard happens to snap a wand, this is what can happen. So a Purchase Plus Improvement, you can walk through a residence, and if there's a wall that shouldn't be there, and the clients, your buyers are complaining about it, you can just easily say, have you ever heard about a Purchase Plus Improvement mortgage? And they might look at you bewildered, and now's it's your time to shine. Here's what you say to them. This can all go away. It can all go away, and it can all change. Do you love the location? Client says, yes, I love the location. Okay, do you love the neighborhood? Client says, we're dying about the neighborhood. Our kid's school is 14 steps away. Well, you can say, well, how about we take this location and create the perfect home for you? Let's change the color on the walls. Let's change the flooring. Let's go double pane. Let's do it all. Let's update the kitchen, everything. So now what's happened is, you've taken this like box and you've turned it into potential. So how it works is you can actually work this into the financing. So if they have ideas of what they want to do, you can spend up to $40,000 doing this, or 20% of the home's value. So there are limits. But $40,000 is, man, I don't even know how to cover labor these days. It has gone up. There's flexibility. Lenders know that things cost more money. So that's just the rule of thumb, is $40,000 or 20% of the value of the home. But what you can do is, a client, let's say that they're saying, okay, let's take a shot at this. Let's take a shot at doing this with updated kitchens, new flooring, and paint. Write the offer at whatever you want to write the offer at, get it accepted. Then you send that offer to us over at your local Ocean Vale Mortgage and Finance branch. What we do is we take that, and then the client is to rack up a quote up to $40,000 or more of what they want to do to the property. That comes back to us. We package up the purchase agreement and the quote. We send it off to the lender. Lender reviews it as an entire deal. Now they add the renovation budget to the purchase price. Let's say the purchase price is $600,000. They want to do a $40,000 reno. That is now not a $600,000 purchase application. That's a $640,000 purchase application. So they basically go dollar for dollar in value on it. Down payment is now based off of that higher amount. If the financing works, we remove subjects, which is all we do. We close deals, we remove subjects. So in our sleep. Once that happens, it's off to the races for the client. So what they do is once they take possession of the home, they get about 3 months, and that's flexible too, but about 3 months to finish the renovations. Now, the one thing about the Purchase Plus Improvement mortgage product is clients have to pay for the renovations themselves and get reimbursed later. Or if they're working with like a big renovation company that can actually work on invoice, that's even better, because they have to complete everything and then get reimbursed for the renovation. So at closing, when they take possession of the home, the lender gives them the money they need to pay the seller, but they hold back the renovation budget. And they hold that back until the buyer can prove that they've finished the things they said they're going to do. And that's done by an appraiser. Once it's all said and done, you realtors don't have to worry about this part of it. It's all on us to do. Once the client tells us they're done, we notify our appraiser. Our appraiser goes out to the property, looks at the quote of things that are to be done, says yes, they have been done, sends that report to us. We will send that report to lender. Lender calls lawyer. Lawyer says, here you go, writes the check straight to the client. They get reimbursed for that project. They can either then reimburse themselves for paying for the renovations, or they can pass that along to the company that worked on it if they have been working on invoice. So that's it. It's a miracle what you can do with this stuff, an absolute miracle. So just a couple benefits of it. Obviously, if you cannot find your client's dream home, you can make it for them through this product. It increases the value of the home. You can't argue that. I mean, the house is better after that. So you've increased the value. You can make adjustments to an otherwise perfect property. If there's so many amazing things about a property, but there's one or two thorns in their side, you can make those thorns go away with this product. If the neighborhood is absolutely perfect, but the home isn't, problem solved. You can you're adding value to your client by making that recommendation. Maybe they haven't heard about this product, and you could just change their whole perspective and whole experience in the buying process. Also, you can build a referral base with this stuff. We have trades that we know, and sometimes we throw, trades we know, some business. But I mean, this is what we're out here doing. You're out here building referral networks. If you're, spoon feeding your electrician buddies or your plumbers or your contractors, and you're giving them business, don't think they're not going to think about that come Christmas time. Or if they need a realtor themselves, or if they know somebody that needs a realtor. So building that referral network is definitely a side benefit of doing this. It's just in general, just an added value of what you're doing. Maybe you're doing something different out there. Maybe you know different things that, realtors around you don't. And maybe this is a service you're providing that others aren't. So that's it. That's the Purchase Plus Improvement Mortgage. This is a little magic bullet when it comes to making something great that isn't great. One thing I should note about the Purchase Plus Improvement Mortgage, this thing covers, like I said, kitchen, bathroom, painting, windows, deck outside, anything cosmetic. You can't do structural. Well, you might be able to. There's a couple niche lenders that will do structural, but I always hate. I can literally do anything in the mortgage business. I feel like on exception. I can work on any niche thing and maybe get it done. But I don't like saying out there that yes, they can do it because it's just a per deal basis. Everything matters. So structurally, it's a no. If there's a structural issue. This Purchase Plus Improvement product is not meant for that. If you have a specific project that you have, it's a structural issue, everything else is amazing about the property and the buyer, reach out, we can talk about it. But as a general rule of thumb, nothing structural. and no landscaping, okay? Just basically anything. You can go outside the house if you're doing a deck or something like that, or a roof. So you can go outside the house. You just can't get into the yard and do a pool or like gardening or anything like that. I shouldn't say never. We could probably get it done. But a rule of thumb, stay in the house. Lipstick, cosmetics, nothing load-bearing in the house. You can rip down walls that are non-load-bearing. But just basically think of making it look pretty. And that's what this product does. So that's it. That's the Purchase Plus Improvement Mortgage. That is the financing that can change the game. That's the tool in your tool belt that can absolutely revolutionize the way you are doing showings, listings, open houses, you name it. If you know that what people are seeing is not permanent, you can make this whatever it is. It's like art. It's a blank canvas. Look at it as a blank canvas, and use this to your benefit. If you're in a 1754 built box, this is what you can do. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 2 of On the Way. This was Purchase Plus Improvement Mortgage. My name is Nolan Smith from Ocean Vale Mortgage and Finance. Really appreciate you guys listening. I'd love to see any comments about what you want me to talk about next. Let me know if there's anything you want me to address. You can always email me at nolan@oceanvale.ca. Go to our website, oceanvale.ca. Follow us on Instagram at oceanvale. Many ways to get a hold of us. Follow us for helpful stuff, helpful tips, and subscribe to this podcast, because when I do new ones, you can't be left behind, okay? If everybody else is hearing this stuff and you're not, I don't know about that for you. I don't like that for you. Everybody have a good day. Thanks for listening and watching.